Hi, first graders. Today we're going to work on strategies for figuring out the meaning of tricky words. When you're reading nonfiction, there might be some words that you can figure out how to read them, but you might realize you don't know what that word means. Maybe it's something special to the topic that you're reading about and you've never heard that word before. Well, today we're going to work on strategies for what to do when you get to those tricky words. Your first step, like always, is to stop when you get to the tricky word. Then you're going to read across the word to make sure that you're reading it correctly. Next, you're going to read on. You're going to keep reading the rest of the sentence or the rest of the page and think, am I getting any more information about what this word could mean? Then, after you get more information, you're going to think of another word that would fit in that sentence. What's another word you could use instead of the tricky word? You're going to use that to figure out what the tricky word means. Lastly, you can say blank, whatever word that you came up with, another word that fits, means the same as whatever your tricky word was. Let's practice together. So when we're inserting the word that means the same thing or something close, that's called a synonym. A synonym is a word that means almost the same thing as another word. Like nice and kind are synonyms because they mean the same thing. So let's keep that in mind as we read our first sentence with a tricky word. She was furious. I'm not sure I know what furious means. I'm going to do my first step and stop at the tricky word. Then I read through the word to make sure that I was reading it correctly. Now, step 3 was to keep reading to try to get some more information. So she was furious when her best friend grabbed her toy. My fourth step was to think of another word that might mean the same as my tricky word. Well, the more information that I got, I learned that she felt like this after her friend grabbed her toy. Makes me think about how I feel when somebody grabs something that's mine. When somebody grabs my things, that might make me feel angry or mad. I wonder if furious means the same as angry or mad. I'm going to read the sentence with the word angry instead and see if that still makes sense. She was angry when her best friend grabbed her toy. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So my last step, furious, means angry. Let's practice with a page from a nonfiction book. This is a book that we read earlier this week. Let's use this strategy to solve the meaning of a tricky word on the first page. An ocean is a habitat. Well, I stopped at the word and read through it, but I'm not sure I know what habitat means. What should I do now? You're right, I should keep reading to try to get some more information. It is where plants and animals live. What information did I just learn? What's another word that could mean the same thing as habitat? Yeah, I'm thinking I could try to use the word home because it says that it's a place where plants and animals live, and I know that places where people or animals live are their homes. So now what do I need to do that I have that similar word, home? You're right, I need to insert it in my sentence. So I'm going to go back and read this sentence with the word home. An ocean is a home. Yeah, that makes sense. The ocean is a home to all of these creatures. So habitat must mean the same thing as home. Your job today is to try to figure out the meaning of tricky words that you find in your nonfiction reading. You're going to follow the same steps where you stop at the tricky word, look across the word, keep reading to get that more information, think of another word that fits, and then say what the word means. On your paper, you can write your tricky word and what you think it means. Have fun figuring out those tricky words today.